RM, welcome to my video shop. I have DVD, VHS, and a couple other things here and there, music, Atari, NES, a little bit of Sega, Xbox, some tape. I don't collect Laserdisc or record, and hopefully October, November, December will be a big change in this room. I could get some better TV shows coming in, and Christmas I'll get a couple of TV shows then if I get Christmas money, so it'll take a couple of months to get there, but it'll be worth it by next year. I should have a few more TV shows on hand, and then I could think about doing something else maybe, or try to add a couple other TV shows and then come into my games or go on to my VHS. I think I might come into my games because there's only a few that I do need here. I could go for a couple months on those, and then switch over into a VHS. So that's going to be the one winter to summer plan for about 2 years, and I'm pushing back the stuff that's more expensive, that costs like over 50 bucks. And some of the TV shows, they are dropping in price on eBay. From when I was buying like 2 years ago, some of them were costing $300. So like Doctor Who now is about $200, and that's pretty good because that means I could add a whole set a little bit earlier. And I don't know why it was so expensive when I was buying, and like some of them are still priced high, like close to $300. I know like Heartland is around $300, and I think I bought the more expensive TV shows I want in my collection. And later on I might try to look for the other X-Files. I'm missing season 3, but I bought it on a different set, but I don't have it with the one that came in the box. But it's got all the inserts, and I got a pretty good price on it. So normally something like that on Region 1 would be like $300 on eBay, so I'm glad the TV shows have gone down a little bit, and now Goodwill has priced up their TV shows, and some other donation stores are pricing up their TV shows as well. They're putting it to like $10 for, I'm seeing price markups, and like bigger box sets, Goodwill was pricing them up to $20, so I might not be able to get much that way, because I would rather have a little bit on the hand so I can have something to watch, like the first couple of seasons at least. By the time I come around to buy the whole box set, I'll probably change the seasons out, but it's nice to have a little something on hand. So that's why I try to pick something up thrifting, and winter thrifting is going to be rough, but I'm going to try to go at least Halloween and Christmas. I think usually around Christmas time the snow comes and gets a lot colder then. And when I get caught up with the games, I'll come back a little bit into my music. I'm trying to get all the early Dolly Parton albums on the CD. A lot of them were made for records, so they're all like remastered, but I never knew her music when I was in high school. It was mostly like Madonna, Elvis, Michael Jackson, Pearl Jam, Kiss. Those are the main bands I had. Then I started getting into some country, some rap. So I started learning about other bands that way. And I ended up selling off the whole collection for like $1 or $2 each disc. It wasn't worth selling it, but I had a lot of the early Pearl Jam stuff then. I could go downtown, very easy, pick up a live album. There's a lot of CD shops around, but now there's only like a couple record shops around. So it's really hard to get them now. And they on eBay they're around 50 to 70 to 80 bucks for a live album. So I should not have sold them, but that's what I did when I needed money. And now that I know better, I'm not going to sell nothing in here, never. Even though if I do need money, I won't sell it. So people could come out and throw out offers, but I'm not going to take any. So I don't even know what this whole collection is worth. It's a pretty huge collection because it's got a lot of TV shows in it. I'm starting to collect some of the older stuff on VHS, like Universal Monsters that I cannot get on DVD, and Godzilla, and hopefully in about 3 years I think I should start on Friday the 13th. So I'm not sure if I'm going to buy it one at a time, because one of them on eBay, it's around 50 to 60 bucks on average. Sometimes you can pay 80 to 90 bucks for just one of them. Some of the Return of the Living Dead, it's going from 50 bucks to 100 bucks, so I'd like to get those as well. Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween, maybe Hellraiser, but for now I got those on DVD, so VHS is just something a little bit extra for me, and I got okay for shelving right now, so I might just like fix up that corner shelf next year by like one more piece of wood, and in a year I might start another shelf there in the corner for the VHS, and I might finish off a little corner here. So it's about 60 bucks to make a big shelf with screws and nails. If you don't make too many mistakes, you might do it for about 50 bucks. Depends if you have screws in hand and if you have the proper tools. So I could not find a blade for my jigsaw because my jigsaw is too old. And I still need to fix up this shelf. Some of the top edges aren't lining up properly, and I don't want to really mess with it right now, so I'm trying to get more I Love Lucy locally because it's a nice set, and if I could complete that I'll be happy. Been finding a lot of Shirley Temple lately, so I think I pretty much got all of them by now. Been finding a lot of the paper editions. Mr. Bean is complete. James Bond is all complete on VHS, but on DVD I only got like half of it. So Fred is in the bottom. Started watching MASH a little bit now, so I am watching some things. Started watching Frankenstein for Universal Monsters, so I've been watching this one. The wood from Home Depot comes wet, so I have to put like a spacer till it dries out, but I needed to display these properly, so instead of having it on the little cabinet I had, which only was like 3 shelves, I put one more down there. I could put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shelves out of this one, so about 50-60 bucks. So it's not too bad. Depends how many packs of screws I will need to buy. Probably 2 packs of screws, about a couple bucks there, so 3 bucks a pack maybe. So, and yeah, I just need to properly space them out so I got enough finger width for these little bit bigger boxes. I started making this one for DVD, and then I changed it to VHS because it was a lot taller and I don't want to cut it down, so it's perfect to fit there. Otherwise I would have put it here, then I would have to cut it down. But this one I might raise this one up a little bit when I get extra money later on. But for another year I should be okay on shelving, and music should be okay. So I've got plenty of space here for a Disney VHS over the next summer, next spring. So you start thinking about adding more Scooby-Doo, more Simpsons. I only got a little bit on Scooby-Doo, a little bit on Franklin, a little bit on Kalu. I don't have Goosebumps, and I don't have Curious George. I have a little bit on Curious George, and they're just floating around in this Disney section over here for DVD. So I do want to get a little bit more on Curious George. These are the older ones. So I've not really seen those locally either. So better stuff I'm going to have to probably buy off eBay. So see how thrifting will be. If not, find much there. I might try to get something for electronics or something, or a little bit on Blu-ray, and Might pick up like 1 or 2 Blu-ray if I cannot find nothing for DVD or VHS locally. And that'll be it, because I only got like one shelf of Blu-ray. And I finally found one good big Blu-ray player, so normally I don't watch that. So hopefully in about 2 or 3 years I should start thinking about transferring Friday the 13th onto VHS and then Halloween. So depending if I keep the budget the way it is right now, I should get caught up in about 4 years. So that meaning I should start on Friday the 13th on VHS by then, in about 3 or 4 year time. And then about 5 year time I should start on toys. So I should have most of the games I want, most of the music I want, and then most of the TV shows I want. And the only thing I'm really watching on Netflix now is Star Trek, and I think they have Walking Dead now. Watching a little bit of Supergirl on Netflix, but it's nice to have those in the collection. Might buy another CD/DVD cleaner as well, and maybe make one more promo, a little smaller promos. See how things go, but there's no space for them, so don't really want to mess with that too much in here. Thanks for watching.